Welcome to the Megan and Allie vlog! Jeez! You're gonna have a special guest today on our channel.
Our vlog.
It's Farrier Day here at the barn.
The second most expensive person you'll have in your life when it comes to horses.
Yep. I have a show tomorrow. Nothing like getting your horse done the day before a show, but it's fine. Okay, we have some questions wrote down, and we're gonna ask him, and he's gonna explain to the best of his abilities what he thinks. Okay.
Hey.
Hey.
This is Lucas.
Button-ish.
You can say hi.
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 My name's Lucas.
Getting it.
You probably should put that in there.
How many years have you been doing farrier work?
12 or so.
How long was your schooling?
24 weeks. I don't know. I forget.
A few months?
Yeah, I went in March, and then I didn't get out till October.
Where did you go to school?
Heartland Horse Training School in Lamar, Missouri.
Has anyone ever asked you about your certification or your, yeah?
Has everyone?
Yes, but not much. Not many people really care, I guess. Or I should say they don't know what it is. And there's several different. There's no just like one uniform certification. There's different groups, organizations that you can get certified through. So it's not really a. Each one's different. I don't know.
How often do you recommend getting horses' feet trimmed and shoes reset?
The basic answer is 6 to 8 weeks, but it varies per horse.
Qualities to look for in a farrier.
When you're hiring a farrier, what are some qualities somebody should be looking for?
Bing, go.
I don't. What do you want to look for?
A nice ass.
Kind of a difficult question. I would say you want to find somebody that's reliable. I think you're better off talking to other customers of theirs or just people you know to find a farrier.
What's the average price for farrier work around here?
Trims. Trims are usually between 25 and 40. I'm really not sure what all other people charge for shoes. I think shoes probably range from like 60 to 100 some, you know, it just varies.
Okay. Alright. Steel versus aluminum. Which one do you prefer putting on? Like, okay, we'll start with quarter horses.
What did I say? Each breed's different.
Quarter?
Depends on what you.
On quarter horses, when would you use steel versus aluminum shoes?
Just trail riding and stuff, I guess. I don't understand some of why they use aluminum on quarter horses when they're doing pleasure shows. Because it don't make much sense. And I talked to another farrier that does a lot of quarter horses the other day, and he said it's just preference in the rider. But then you ask a rider or trainer, and they don't have a real answer for you. So I don't know.
So they like aluminum because they like saying the word aluminum.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They want shoes, but they don't want
Well,
shoes.
isn't aluminum normally cheaper?
No.
No?
Aluminum's more expensive.
Oh,
So.
okay.
So
That's a good one.
mostly pleasure riders. Ow! You hit me with that. Ah! Stop trying to do it. You are trying too hard to do it now. Ah! Stop it! So, in Arabians, do they usually use aluminum shoes as well, or?
At times, it depends on how the horse is moving, but mostly it's steel.
What about just putting back shoes on a horse? What would be the case for that?
There's, it's a lot wet.
Sugar.
It's all in how the horse is moving. And, I've done that once when I was working with another farrier. We put only aluminum or only steel hind shoes on the hind end of a quarter horse, and it moved so much better just because it had the support back there. The horse just needs more support back there, not so much in the front.
Okay, what would be a preventative for abscesses?
And what?
Like a prevention for abscesses?
You mean on a horse that's prone to getting abscesses?
Just in general.
Don't put them on rocks and stuff. There's more than one thing that causes abscesses, but mostly it's just they get a bruise or something, or their sole's soft. You can always put a pad and a shoe on the horse, but.
And then if they have an abscess, what would be some stuff you could do?
It needs to be dug out, it needs to be opened up so it can drain and get dried out.
What about like soaking it?
Yeah, that'll help. If it hasn't popped yet,
If it's blown out already.
if it's already blown out, I mean, yeah, it helps. It just Epsom salt does help because the salt helps dry it out.
How long should you soak for?
Well, I don't soak it. I would wrap it. I would dump dry Epsom salt in the foot and wrap it with put like a diaper or some kind of like a gauze on top of that. Wrap it with vet wrap and then wrap it with duct tape. And then you can soak the foot for just a few minutes and let the horse go, and it's just fine.
Okay. Your biggest pet peeves? Allie ducks horses.
Well, hold on. Let me go over
I
there.
guess it just be horses that misbehave and the owners don't know what to do, or they don't discipline at all.
What are some tips that you give to your clients to do before you get there?
The horses should be caught and in stalls or tied up or something. It's nice to have the feet picked out, but it don't have to be, I guess.
Can you not do that?
In general, and it always varies, but a front foot's supposed to be more round, and I always try to make the coronary band fairly level. So I don't have my actual other thing here.
Who?
Quit leaning. If we look over to see where it's at there, we should be able to come to this side and it should be the same. If it don't measure the same, we can trim a little bit more up to make it the same height, and that'll help balance the foot, and then the bone should line up a little bit more in the middle of the foot as well. Again, that always varies on the horse though. Each case is different. When you're standing straight and square, you should be able to draw a straight line down, and then the angle of the hoof and the bones here, there's 3 bones in there, and they should all be at the same angle. Nice straight line. And then it's hard to tell. You can look at their shoulder to see how steep it is, but it's hard to say, like every person's going to look at it and see a different angle. Somebody might go from this point to this point or there to here, so it's going to change the angle a little bit. On a hind, you should be able to drop a string right pretty much off their butt, go right down, and it should just go straight down and straighter there, and then this angle, you want to look at that angle and make sure it looks, all those are lined up in here as well. A hind foot is usually more pointy. It'll be round in the front, and then it should straighten a little bit in the quarters, and then wrap back around in the heels. On the bottom of a foot, a textbook hoof, like I said, a front's going to be more round, but your frog here is going to kind of tell you where your coffin bone's at and point, and then this usually pretty well mimics it, but it does vary a little bit at times. But you can measure from one side to the other, from the center of the frog, and each side should be the same. Again, it's not, that's just textbook, it's not reality a lot of times. You can get it closer, you can make the hoof more balanced, and you can see there's, but it looks like this is pointed out. When I go to put a shoe on, I'm going to probably cut just a little bit more of this off. But I usually, it depends on the horse. Sometimes I shape it up before I put the shoe on. Sometimes I just take a little bit more after I put the shoe on. I just do it when I fit the foot. There is some corrective trimming, shoeing where you can potentially reshape the foot. I'm not going to get into all that because that's more technical stuff.
We just learned a lot.
Very good, actually.
That was
like,
beautiful.
Listening to that, I'm just like.
I could show you bones if I had the white truck.
You have bones at home.
Yeah, but I got a whole leg put together. Which actually I got to re-glue. It's not together right now. Somewhat falling apart. I got it pretty close already. Let's come around here. See how it's missing right here?
So it needs to go out.
Yep, that needs to come out. So if you take it over there to the anvil and put it so it's flat like this, make sure there's a little gap under here, and then just hit it down.
So like on here,
We did on the flat.
like that.
On this side. There you go.
Allie gets to shape her own horse's shoe.
Hold it on the bottom.
Like that.
No, hold
Your hand.
Oh, I got it. Okay, hold on.
That way you don't hit your hand. No. Put it there. Yep. Down like that.
Just straight down. Boom. Shaped.
I don't think you moved.
I don't think I moved it either. That's hard. Oh my god. That did nothing.
Probably not.
Nothing. I think I dented it.
So you're done to the hammer.
My hand, I just can't, like, I don't know how to hold it.
Moved it a little bit, not enough.
Yay. Yay.
Allie the Farrier.
Oh, like that. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have held it. Oh, okay. That's why. That makes sense. Pull it down, Allie, so it doesn't bounce.
Have you ever gave yourself a black eye swinging your hammer?
No, but I watched someone else do it.